Hello students. Today in mathematics part 1 we will start with chapter 1 sets. We will study the introduction to sets and the types of sets. Now we have heard about a group of objects or a group of things. For example, a bouquet of flowers, a bunch of keys, a flock of birds, or a pile of books, a, or a collection of numbers. All these are sets because they are a collection of objects. So a set is known as a collection of objects. But if we consider the collection such as happy children in a village or brilliant students in a class, the word happy and brilliant are relative terms. We will not be able to tell how happy or how brilliant a person is, because that will differ from one person to the other, and therefore these collections are not sets. Now consider the following examples. Days of a week. Now there are 7 days in a week, so that is a set. Then the months in a year. There are 12 months in a year, so that is also a set. But brave children in a class, or strong forts of Maharashtra. The words brave and strong are relative terms, so these two are not sets. The first 10 counting numbers is a set, and the planets of our solar system is also a set. In mathematics, a set is defined as a collection of well-defined and distinct objects. So if we are able to definitely and clearly decide the objects of a given collection, then we call it a set. A set is denoted by the letters of an alphabet, that is capital A, capital B, capital C. It should be in capital letters, and the members or the elements of the set are represented by small a, small b, small c, that is in lower case, if they are the members of the set. Now consider an element A which is in the set A. Then we say that A belongs to set A, or A is an element of set A. This symbol is known as epsilon. And if A is not an element of set A, or A does not belong to set A, then we represent it in this way by putting a slant across the epsilon symbol. Now the elements or the members of the set are written within curly brackets and separated by commas. Now consider the following sets. Capital N, that is the set of natural numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. within curly brackets. Capital W, that is the set of whole numbers, and that is represented as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. within curly brackets. Then the set of integers is represented by capital I, and is it shown here as -3, -2, 1, 0, 1, 2, etc. These are all infinite sets. And also Q, which is a set of rational numbers, and R, which is a set of real numbers. These are all called infinite sets. Then there are two methods of writing sets. One is the listing method or the roster method, in which the elements are written within curly brackets and separated by commas. So it is written as a list. So consider the example, the set of odd numbers between 1 and 10. So the set of odd numbers are 3, 5, 7, 9. So we will write it as capital A. We can take any letter of the alphabet. Here I am representing it as capital A is equal to 3, 5, 7, 9 within curly brackets. We can also write it as capital A is equal to 3759 or 5379, because it can be written in any order. Now consider the word sweet. It can be written as capital A is equal to S, W, E, T. Here you will notice that the letter E is not repeated. That is, we have to write the letter only once. So any element has to be written only once in a set. So next we go to the rule method or the set builder method. In this method, we consider a variable. It can be X, Y, Z. It can be any letter of the alphabet. Generally, we use X or Y or Z. It is used to write the general element, and it is followed by a vertical line. It is followed by a vertical line. And we write the property of the element. So if we take this example, here we have written the set A is equal to X. We say such that, so X such that X belongs to capital N, which is a set of natural numbers, where X is greater than 1 but less than 10. So we can read this as set A is a set of all X such that X is a natural number between 1 and 10. There are some more examples to distinguish between rule method and set builder method. Here is one example. A is equal to D, I, V, S, O, N. This is actually the word division, but since I is repeated, it is written only once. So this is in listing method or roster method. But if we had to write it in the set builder form or the rule method, then we have to write it in this way. A is equal to X such that X is a letter of the word division. The second example, B is equal to Y such that Y is a number such that Y square is equal to 9. So we write it as B is equal to -3, because this is the square root of 9. Now let us do this activity where we have to write either the roster method or the rule method. Now the first is already done. A is equal to X such that X is an even number. even natural number less than 15. So we write it as A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 and 14, because they asked for even natural number and less than 15. Now next, B is equal to X such that X is a perfect square number between 1 to 20. So we will write it in this way. Since they said set B, so we'll write it as B is equal to, now they said perfect square number and between 1 to 20. So we have to write it as 2 square, that is 4, 3 square 9 and 4 square is, that is 16. So we'll write it as B is equal to 4, 9, 16 within curly brackets. Next, C is equal to A, E, I, O, U. Now these are vowels. So we will write it as C is equal to X. We can use even Y or Z. So C is equal to X such that X is a vowel in the English alphabet. Next, D is equal to Y such that Y is a color of the rainbow. So there are 7 colors in the rainbow. So we will just write the first letter of the word. So D is equal to V, I, B, Y, G, O, R. That is violet, indigo, blue, yellow, green, orange and red. And the last one, M is equal to 1, 8, 27, 64 and 125 and so on. So we will write it as M is equal to Z such that Z is equal to N cube and where N is greater than or equal to 1. The reason why we wrote N is greater than equal to 1, because they have given you up to 125 and then so on and so forth. So it is infinite. We start with practice set 1.1. Write the following sets in roster form. The first one is set of even numbers. So set of even numbers. So this will be infinite. So we'll write A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, etc. So we'll write it within curly brackets. The second one is set of even prime numbers from 1 to 50. So we'll have to write only the even prime number. We know there is only one even prime number, that is 2. So we'll write B is equal to 2 within curly brackets. Then third, set of negative integers. So we will write it as C is equal to -3, -2, -1, etc. So we'll write it in this way because they said negative integers. The second one, write the following symbolic statements in words. The first one is 4/3 belongs to Q, where Q is a set of rational numbers. So we will write it as 4/3 is an element of the set Q. The second one, -2 does not belong to N, or -2 is not an element of N, which is a set of natural numbers. So -2 is not an element of the set N. And the third, P is equal to P such that P is an odd number. So we will write it as set P is a set of all P's such that P is an odd number. Now question number 3. Write any two sets by listing method and by rule method. So you can write that I'll give you one example. A is equal to 16 comma minus 16. This is listing method within curly brackets, and for rule method or set builder method we write it as A is equal to x such that x is the square root of 256. Coming to question number 4, the second one, letters in the word complement. So we will write it as A is equal to COMPLENT, because the letter M is repeated and the letter E is also repeated. So it is written only once. The next is a set of human sensory organs. So we know the human sensory organs, that is nose, eyes, ears, tongue and skin. So we can write it in the form of a set. Then set of prime numbers from 1 to 20. So we know the prime numbers. We know that there is only one even prime number, that is 2. So we will start with 2, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17 and 19. And we have to represent it as B is equal to 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, but within curly brackets. Now we come to question number 5. Write the following sets using rule method. The first one, A is equal to 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81 and 100. So we will write it in this way. A is equal to x such that x is equal to n square, because this is a square of the number, square of the natural numbers. So x is such that x is equal to n square, where n belongs to the set of natural numbers capital N, and n is less than or equal to 10, because 10 square is 100, 9 square is 81, but it has to be either less than or equal to 10. One is B is equal to 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42 and 48. Now we can see that this is the multiples of 6. 6 2s are 12, 6 3s are 18, 6 4s are 24 and so on. So we will write it as B is equal to x such that x is equal to 6n, because 6 into 2 is 12, 6 into 3 is 18. So where n belongs to natural numbers, because these are all positive, and n is less than 9, because 6 9s are 54, but the last number element here is 48. So we can go only up to 6 into 8, that is 48. So we have to say n is less than 9. And the fifth one, that is x is equal to a comma e comma t. So we have to write this in rule method. So we will write it as x is equal to y such that y is a letter in the word t, because TEA or EAT, there are two words. So you can write it as y is a letter in the word T or eat. That is types of sets. Now the types of sets we are going to learn here is singleton set. Singleton set means there is only one single number. So a set containing only a single element is called a singleton set. Here A is equal to 2. So A is a set of even prime numbers. Then empty set or null set. If there is no element in the set, then we say that the set is empty or it is a null set. and it is written as an empty set, that is 2 brackets here, these are curly brackets, or we can write 5. So here there is an example. B is equal to x such that x is a natural number between 2 and 3. So there is no number between 2 and 3, and therefore B is equal to empty set. So we can write either of this. The next is finite sets. If we can count the number of elements in the set, then we can call it a finite set. So if the set, even a null set is a finite set. So if a set is null, that is it's empty, that is, we all know that there is no element in that set, and or the number of elements is limited, and we can count that number of elements, then it is called a finite set. So we can write it as the C is equal to P such that P is a number from 1 to 22 divisible by 4. So all numbers which are divisible by 4 but lies between 1 and 22. So the numbers that are divisible by 4 are 4, 8, 12, 16 and 20. Then infinite set. So if the number of elements in the set cannot be counted or it is unlimited, then it is called a infinite set. And there are many infinite sets, like I said earlier, the set of natural numbers, set of whole numbers, set of integers, set of rational numbers and set of real numbers are all infinite sets. What are equal sets? Now if we have two sets A and B, and if all the elements of A are present in B, or all the elements of B are present in A, then we say that the sets are equal, that is A is equal to B. 1.2, and we'll have a clear idea about equal sets and finite and infinite sets. Now the first one is decide whether the following are equal and which are not. Justify your answer. So we have got three sets. First one is A is equal to x such that 3x minus 1 is equal to 2. The second one is B is equal to x such that x is a natural number but x is neither prime nor a composite number, and C is equal to x such that x belongs to natural numbers n and x is less than 2. Now we have to solve this. So first you will write, the first step is A is equal to x such that 3x minus 1 is equal to 2. Then we have to solve this. So we will take 3x minus 1 equal to 2 here, and then we will take 1 on the right hand side. This is known as transposition. So therefore 3x is equal to 2 plus 1. Therefore 3x is equal to 3, and therefore x is equal to 1. This will be equation 1. Then B is equal to x such that x is a natural number but x is neither prime nor composite. So we know that only 1 is neither prime nor composite. Therefore x is equal to 1. This will be 2. And C is equal to x such that x belongs to capital N and x is less than 2. Now this x is less than 2 means only 1 is the number. So 1 is the only natural number which is less than 2. Therefore x is equal to 1. This will be 3. So from 1, 2 and 3, we conclude that the sets are equal. That is, A is equal to B is equal to C. Now question number 3. Which of the following sets are empty sets and why? The first one, A is equal to A such that A is a natural number smaller than 0. Smaller than 0 and natural number. There is no natural number smaller than 0. Natural number starts from 1. So we can say like this, since there is no natural number less than 0, therefore A is equal to empty set. You can write it like this, or 5. The next one, x square is equal to 0, therefore x is equal to 0. Now 0 is an element. So we can say that set B contains an element 0, therefore set B is not an empty set. Now we come to question number 4. Write with reasons which of the following sets are finite or infinite. The first one, A is equal to x such that x is less than 10 and x is a natural number. Now it is given x is less than 10 and x is a natural number. So it is from 1 to 9. So we can write it as A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 9. Therefore set A is a finite set. The next one, B is equal to y such that y is less than -1 and y is an integer. Y is less than -1 and it is an integer. So it will be -2, -3, -4, etc. So B is equal to -2, -3, -4, etc. You have to write it in this manner. Therefore B is an infinite set. Then set of students of class 9 from your school. So this is countable. So it is a finite set. Then set of people from village. That also is countable. So it is a finite set. Then set of apparatus in a laboratory. That also we can count. So it is finite set. And set of whole numbers, that is a infinite set. And the last one, set of rational numbers, that is also an infinite set. With this we conclude today's lecture and we will continue with the rest of the chapter in the next lecture. Thank you.